I knew I'd get your attention. Hey guys, what's up? So I'm in a little bit of a predicament right now. I'm not quite sure what the future of my YouTube channel looks like, and I really want your guys' help and feedback figuring out what that is. Now, obviously, I know what to do with my channel. Keep making YouTube videos. I'm very aware of that. YouTubers make YouTube videos. It isn't some crazy epiphany. Everything behind me is a testament to how I got here. This is literally how I started making these videos. The Iron Man suit here is why I got into YouTube making tutorials, which then cascaded into 3D printing tutorials and more cosplay tutorials, and making these videos to give feedback to you guys to help you learn the skills that I was learning in real time in order to make this thing happen. And obviously it ballooned out of there into review videos and standalone tutorials and different prop builds and a whole other Iron Man suit and getting to travel the country and just do all this crazy stuff that has changed my life. But what does the future look like? And that's what I want to talk to you guys about and get that two-way conversation open, because I really want to know what you guys look for when you come to my channel. Now, I've ran polls on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, and those sometimes just don't give me the right numbers because a lot of people on some of those platforms don't make it over to here. So I'm asking you guys, the YouTube viewers, what you want to see. So let me explain a little bit of my headspace and what's been going on and what the future of the channel could look like. Okay, so full transparency. There are some things you guys definitely don't like me making videos about. When I've tried to get a little goofier or branch out and do fun projects like the Flexi Rexy here, like 3D printing and scanning Maya, you guys usually aren't too receptive to those types of videos. They're kind of more goofy videos, and I can definitely see that in the numbers. Now, it very well could be I can be bad at making videos and thumbnails are hard, and I definitely take that into consideration. But sometimes I like branching out like that. Unfortunately, the numbers show that you guys aren't the biggest fans of that. Now, if you are a fan of that, I do appreciate the views. I appreciate every view that happens on every single one of my videos, but I have to look at those numbers compared to somehow other videos do, like the best 3D printers of 2023. That video did very well comparatively to a more recent video. And if I can't sit here and pay attention to that and be cognizant of it, then I have no right making these videos or even complaining about it or just talking about it. I need to be aware of that because this is my job now. Since the beginning, I've been painfully aware that my channel has really one main purpose for you guys: information, tutorials. You come here to learn something. Once you learn that thing, typically you don't need to come back and learn it again or watch a similar video. If I build this helmet and teach you how to do everything through it, you're probably not going to wander around to this video where I do basically the same thing and show you all the same stuff. You're only going to watch these videos if you're interested in this one or this one. You're usually not going to want to learn the same thing twice. And I realize that, and that's why a lot of newer videos like my Yoru sword video and all of that have a lot more stripped down versions. If I say to sand something, hey, go and sand it, I have a video on it, I'm not going to go through all of it. So I'm definitely starting to condense the information through the videos, so I'm not just hitting you with the same thing over and over and over again. Even I'd get bored of that. But here comes the great divide. Do we look into 3D printing or do we look into cosplay? And how do I get that information to you guys properly when I think more of you are more interested in the 3D printing side of things? Let's take a quick walk. 3D printers are so much easier to build and use now. Long gone are the days of those little upgrades. How to upgrade your Ender 3, what's the best bed for your CR10. Those videos I started making 2, 3, even 4 years ago are more or less dead. I'm not upgrading printers anymore. You can get printers out of box that just work. The Bamboos, the K1s, even the Two Trees, and I think Frozen is throwing their hat into the ring. These printers just come out of the box, you set them up, and you can start printing with them. Yes, obviously there will always be a space to do upgrades and make them just a little bit better, but I am not the professional master 3D printing tech guy who wants the best and fastest printer every single time. No, these are tools for me to make the things I enjoy making. That's why a lot of you guys come to this channel. What's the best printer I can get to just make the thing I want to make? You don't need the fastest, most expensive, craziest printer. You just want the printer that gets the job done. And as 3D printing technology evolves, it's getting easier and easier. So those types of videos are pretty much gone. Now what that does leave me with is 3D printer review videos, and those are always going to be fun. I enjoy doing those. Companies send me the printers, I get to unbox them, test them out for a little bit. Did it work? Did it not? And those I think will always have a standing on the channel, and those aren't going away. You guys really seem to value my opinion when it comes to this stuff, and I don't take that for granted. And for anybody with a really weird pet peeve, I don't take it for granted either. Now, 3D printing review videos are good and all, but honestly, guys, I don't want that to be just the sole focus of my channel. In case you didn't know, I really love building props. But that comes with some problems considering some fandoms are dying. Let's be honest, Marvel and DC and the superhero genre ain't doing so hot anymore. Iron Man, pretty much boring and done. And if I continue to make stuff that's old and just repeat the same stuff, my channel's not going to get views, and I'm fully aware of that, and you guys are going to lose interest in it. But upcoming medias, animes and mangas and things in TV shows, and especially video games, that's not going anywhere anytime soon, and I love making that stuff. So maybe that's where I start looking to evolve. Do I start going more into anime and manga and video game stuff while also utilizing that to show you guys how to use these awesome printers? But one of my biggest fears of that is losing some of the early audience members who came to my channel for the Iron Man stuff, for the full cosplay suit builds. Now those aren't going anywhere, but I can't just continue to make Iron Man suits for the next 20 years hoping I can ride that wave. And let's be honest, it's kind of hard to compete with some anime and manga's weapons and props. These things are awesome. But here's this side of the channel that I know you guys also appreciate. We're 3D printing our cosplay, we're 3D printing our props, and this is tons of information I can continue to give to you because that's always getting better and better. We're getting better paints and primers, we're getting better materials to smooth our prints. Our printers are getting better so we don't have to post-process them enough. The fact that my FDM printer can now do high detailed stuff like this creepy mouth thing, I don't know, there it is, that looks terrible, and not having to use resin printers for this, pretty impressive. And I think it's only gonna get better and better. So teaching you guys how to do this stuff, even though it might be a little repetitive, is something I need to consider to keep in the fold of my channel. I can't just keep referring you guys to old videos with bad production quality because they just don't hit the same way, and I understand that. So what to do? Let's head back inside. Ooh. Isn't this thing cool? So I think the first step to figuring out this problem, or I can't even call it a problem, it's just something I need to be aware of as the channel evolves, is figuring out what you guys like to see. I'm not asking you to leave a quick little short comment. I'm gonna ask you guys to put in a little bit of work, especially if you made it this far in the video. Leave a long comment down below. What videos of mine do you like? What parts of those videos do you like? What videos of mine have you seen on your subscription page and you skip right over because you're like, not interested? I'm going to read every single one of these. I read every single one of my comments as it is right now. I don't always respond to them. You might not know I read them, but I read all of them. So please give me some feedback. This way I can kind of see what you guys are looking for, what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, and what you guys want to see more of. Bringing all of these things of fiction to life has always been the main focus of mine. I was able to get a 3D printer and make an Iron Man suit, and then I was able to make a Keyblade and a Buster Sword and another Iron Man suit, and these crazy things that only exist in comics and pages and movies that would otherwise be really expensive or just unobtainable. And I'm positive that's what I'm going to continue to keep doing for you guys, but in just which way do I continue to deliver it? Do I do long form videos on the 3D printers and reviews, and do I just do YouTube shorts on quick prop builds, since I've kind of showed you guys how to do everything already, or do I refresh things every couple of years? I already know I made a how to smooth your 3D print video, but in a couple of years I can make a new one because the techniques have evolved, the skills have evolved, and I can just make a better video. But that's enough rambling. I think I've made my point. Leave the comment down below. Please help me out and try to discerning what the best course of action for this would be, and just what you like seeing about the channel and what you don't. I promise you're not going to hurt my feelings. I hope you guys had an amazing 2023, and I hope 2024 is even better. I know I myself have a lot of things planned this year that are going to be a lot of fun, and I really am excited to bring that to you. So as always guys, thank you so much for watching. You have a good day.